You take the blue pill. The story ends. You wake up in your bed and believe whatever you want to believe. You take the red pill. You stay in Wonderland. And I show you how deep the rabbit hole goes. All I'm offering is the truth, nothing more.
Wow, it has been one hell of a week. It has been raining red pills, and I do not see it stopping anytime soon. It seems like a lot of people who have, who had decided to go ahead and take that blue pill, who decided to stay ignorant of everything going on, are finally starting to wake up as to what is going on. Now, earlier this week, we had Nicki Minaj. She didn't even speak out against the vaccine. She simply asked, why is it that she couldn't ask questions? And you saw her get attacked really bad. Now, what is so significant about this? Well, as I said before, the Nicki Minaj fans, aka I think they call themselves the Barbs, they are a crazy bunch. They are I tell you, they are probably the most dedicated fans I have ever seen. They will defend her to the end of the earth and back again. And this time, we have another one, Bill Maher, who, as of this past year, has actually really been surprising me with some of the stuff that's been coming out of his mouth. It looks like Bill Maher is finally starting to question what is going on. I mean, he's been doing it for a while, but it looks like this time he's really seeing it and he's not having any of it. So, as you saw, Bill Maher was on Jimmy Kimmel's show, and it seems as if he said some stuff that, well, I mean, can I say that? Can we any of us say that we're surprised? I mean, I can't say that I'm surprised by any of this. So we are back on Infowars, everybody. Infowars. So this article, Mar on Kimmel, liberal media responsible for scaring the shit out of people regarding COVID. And I mean, I can't disagree. I really cannot disagree. The people that I know, the people I personally know who still watch the mainstream media, and that includes CNN, that includes MSNBC, a few of them who watch, Fox News. Really, nobody I know who watches Newsmax at all. Everybody I know gets their own news in their own way now. Nobody, I hardly know anybody who actually follows the mainstream media anymore. But those who do, I'm telling you, I've never seen any group of people so scared of dying before in my life. And a big part of that has got to be all of this fear mongering that the mainstream media continues to push. So I'm going to go ahead and read out exactly what happened in this interview. During Wednesday's broadcast of Jimmy Kimmel Live, comedian and HBO host Bill Maher explained how liberal media has propagandized left-wing Americans into being so afraid of COVID they rarely leave the house. During one of the show's segments, Kimmel asked Maher how his current comedy tour is going. And to be honest, I didn't even know he had a comedy tour going. After noting his 3 shows in liberal cities, Maher explained, "Now the reason why this is relevant, I have to cite a survey that was in the New York Times, which is a liberal paper, so they weren't looking for this answer. But the question was, what do you think the chances are that you'd have to go to the hospital if you got COVID?" He continued, and Democrats thought that this was way higher than Republicans. The answer is between 1 and 5%. Well, the actual answer. Well, as it turns out, 41% of Democrats thought it was over 50%. Another 28% thought that it was between 20 and 49%. So 70% of Democrats thought it was way, way higher than it really was. Liberal media has to take responsibility for that, for scaring the shit out of people. And I have to agree. I have to agree completely. Some of the things I've seen on social media are just batshit crazy. I mean, I I know one particular guy who quit his job after coronavirus hit, because he didn't want to be around people, and he was one of the first in line to go and get that vaccine. And there are certain there are certain elements that seem to bring this about, and I think for one, people are just way too trusting of the mainstream media nowadays. They can't go online, they can't do a simple Google search, and they simply cannot do any research for themselves. They'll listen to anything that you spit at them. I will show y'all Exhibit A. This is from one of my own family members who posted this a while back on Facebook, and this really started getting me an idea of exactly how crazy people have gone over this fucking virus. I mean, it's crazy. Would you still go out if you could still see it? I mean, do they really think that this virus is just floating around all over the damn place? I mean, they called them super spreader events for a reason. You can't just go out for a walk on your own and catch corona at the park because the thing is just because all the air is just filled with it. I mean, what the fuck do you think a virus is? And people have asked me, why would the mainstream media be so interested in pushing this vaccine? I mean, there doesn't really seem to be any political motivation behind it, but ooh, what you forget about is that monetary motivation. If you ever actually watch something like CNN and you watch when they go to their commercial breaks, it's nothing but a bunch of damn drug commercials. They're selling antipsychotics, they're selling anxiety medication, they're selling things for erectile dysfunction like Viagra. I mean, who do you think is paying for those? Those are all from pharmaceutical companies. You don't push their product, they're going to stop going to you for advertising and you lose your money. And it seems that I have no idea what to make about it. Nobody can seem to explain it to me. I mean, anybody I know of who has asked me about my own information, anybody who's asked me about the research that I've personally done, they just laugh it off and they say, "Oh man, you're full of shit for not listening to the media." And I'm just like, it's all gaslighting. It's all propaganda. Yeah, yeah, you can actually go out and find facts about it, but I mean, just look at the numbers. Your chances of getting hospitalized from COVID are between 1% and 5%. However, it looks like Democrats, a good majority of them, think that your chances are one in every two people. I mean, 50% is one in two people will be hospitalized with COVID. 20 to 49%, not as high, but oh my god, that is a heck of a lot higher than between 1 and 5%. And I can see it between somebody I know quitting their job to somebody else I know back during Thanksgiving screaming and screaming and screaming about how families should not get together, that we were going to be killing people. I mean, you got to be fucking out of your mind. So let's go and continue the story. Kimmel let out an awkward laugh after Maher called out liberal media for fear mongering, and Maher continued, "The reason why I'm bringing this up is it's much harder for every touring act to sell tickets in blue states." "Oh, interesting," Kimmel replied, as if he'd never realized many Democrats are still afraid to be out in public. And if you look at bitch ass Jimmy Kimmel, yeah, you cannot tell if he is seriously scared of this thing or if he is just playing into the media's propaganda. Continue on. "They're afraid to go out of the house," Marr added, "whereas in red states, it's all good to go. So I just want to say to those people in San Rafael, in Pittsburgh, and New York, I ain't gonna give it to you. I promise, it's safe. We're doing everything we can. There's distancing, there's masking, and enjoy. Live life, embrace life. What is the point of living?" And yes, I agree with that completely. The more and more that we move on, and the more that Bill Maher seems to be coming to senses with his red pill, it's I'm finding that a lot of us are thinking in the same direction once you actually take a step back and think logically. Stop thinking with fear. And of course, just like the little cuck that Jimmy Kimmel is, Kimmel chimed in. "You did get it. COVID," he meant. I got it after I was vaccinated," Mark clarified, "and I had no symptoms. That may be because I was vaccinated, but let's not even get into that because I know you and your boyfriend, Howard Stern, are very paranoid about this. But it's a little weird that I got it after. But now many, many, many people have had that same situation. Bottom line is, we know if you're vaccinated, we know that you almost never die from it." And that was the whole point. It's like, why were you going to go and get this vaccination if you were going to continue social distancing? You were going to continue locking up. You were going to continue mask mandates. You were going to continue limited capacity. I mean, it makes absolutely no sense. Yeah, let's go ahead and rush this vaccine onto the market. A brand new experimental technology that we have never been able to use in the past before. Let's give it to everybody, but even after they get it, yeah, fuck it. We'll just lock all of them down. Well, I mean, and from what I've seen, a lot of these idiots who were first in line to go and get this vaccine, they are still dead scared. Double maskers, people I've seen in their vehicles by themselves, wearing a mask and a visor. I mean, I really have to understand, where is your brain coming from on this? If you're one of those people and you're seeing this right now, type in the comments below exactly what your reasoning is behind this. Explain it to me like I'm a 2-year-old, please. Now, on a side note, I do have to say that it is hilarious to see Maher uh freaking take a shot at Jimmy Kimmel and Howard Stern. I mean, I absolutely love that. Continuing on. Ever since Maher received flack for pushing back on booster shots last month, the host has been bolder in questioning certain mainstream media narratives. For example, the HBO host recently said the NFL's decision to play the black national anthem before games is de facto segregation, making African Americans feel excluded from the nation's actual anthem. Now, this one really does bother me because we live in the United States. All of us are Americans first. This whole race war, this whole deal with bringing up people's sexual identity, your race, your way of life, your political beliefs, all of this to separate everybody, it makes me absolutely sick. And they're doing this on purpose. I believe they are really trying to separate us. And for what? I don't know. I really can't say. Do they really want infighting going on between all of us? Yeah, I think they do. Votes, 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 votes. But another thing, in my opinion, if you're gonna play the black national anthem at the NFL game, well, where's the Hispanic? I'm sorry, Latinx national anthem. Where's the Asian national anthem? Where are the Native Americans down there playing their little drum circles and doing all that shit? I mean, I want to see everybody represented. I want a national anthem for everybody. I think all of us should have 10 minutes for our own race to play their thing on the field. I think every game we should have 1 hour of time. Go ahead and play everybody's national anthem and make sure everybody gets included. And then at the very end, go ahead and kneel for the national anthem. By the way, I'm playing. Don't fucking do that. Please don't do that. Maher also slammed the Biden administration's execution of the Afghanistan withdrawal, saying it was done horribly and that Trump's prior deal with the Taliban was irrelevant. And this is coming from Bill Maher. He's pretty far left and he hated Trump. He really hated Trump. So for him to be saying this, that is oh man, that is an eye opener. I mean, people are starting to see what is going on. Nobody is believing the bullshit anymore. Nor should they be. It's getting to the point to where I am finding out who has a brain and who doesn't. Our moderate Democrats starting to wake up to the COVID scam. And in my opinion, yeah, yeah, they are. I mean, again, we had the whole situation with Nicki Minaj 3 days ago, and this has been going on for a while. Today, I saw some footage of a few of her fans who were protesting in front of the CDC headquarters in Atlanta. They were protesting the vaccine, Nicki Minaj fans. And it wasn't many people, but I imagine this thing is going to just keep building up. It always does. We also have other prominent rappers who are actually starting to defend Nicki Minaj on all of this. And so, essentially, what I am trying to say is that, yes, is COVID something pretty serious? Well, I would say so. I mean, it hit a majority of the world. China went and unleashed that shit on everybody, and it spread pretty damn quick. In the beginning, I really didn't know what was going to happen, but it's already been over a year. In fact, the vaccine has been out for almost a year now. We are going on a year's time that this vaccine has been out. And here's the other funny thing I find about it is that we are seeing some of the highest vaccinated areas who are getting hit with COVID regardless. So what does that mean? Well, I mean, I'm not saying the thing doesn't work, but I mean, you can say whatever, you can think whatever you want about that. So I just think, as of this point, the mainstream media is really trying to play into this. Their boogeyman Trump, he's gone, and their ratings are tanking. So what else are they going to do to fearmonger if they don't have big bad orange man around? Well, they have coronavirus. So I guess after some time, we'll go ahead and find out. We are gonna In these next few years, we will be seeing the long-term effects of this vaccine, whether we like it or not. We'll see how well it works, and we will see what goes on with that. Although, to sum everything up, if we see somebody like Bill Maher coming out and saying that Democrats are batshit scared of this coronavirus, we have Nicki Minaj talking about how she wasn't even, again, she wasn't even talking about the vaccine, but talking about how you can't even ask questions. And yeah, she simply says one thing and everybody immediately starts attacking her. It's disgusting and I'm fucking tired of it. I really am. You know, get some responsibility for yourself. If I'm seen without a mask, I get looked at as if I'm the crazy one. It's like, take care of yourself. If you went and got vaccinated, then what is your big worry? Isn't that the whole point of getting vaccinated, is so that you don't get sick? I don't know. I guess common sense just skips a lot of people, and well, that's the world we are moving into, isn't it? Anyways, that's all I got for today, guys. Go ahead and hit that like button and subscribe down below, and I will catch you later. This is the Last Crow coming at you. Peace.